All right, welcome back everybody to the Citrus Today Show. Glad to have along with us today Kelly Niblett and also Roy Pistone, and they are with the Citrus County School System. They're nutritional specialists, and it's kind of unique that the Citrus County School System has two nutritional specialists that oversee our entire school feeding program. And one thing in particular we're going to talk about is the summer feeding program that's available for kids out there. While they're out during the summer, we want to make sure that they have a good breakfast and a good lunch, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
There's a lot that folks in our audience don't get to necessarily understand about what goes into preparing food for today's school kids. It's a real restaurant business. It's, you know, I think back when I was in school and school lunches, and we used to go through the line with a tray, and it was very different than it is today. You create an atmosphere just like in a restaurant for these youngsters, right?
Absolutely. Basically, Dennis, what we do is make sure we test all products on students. They're our customers, so we want to make sure they're enjoying what they're eating. So Kelly goes out and handles all of that on behalf of our school nutrition program. We make sure we get about a 75% approval rating of any new items that are out there because, again, we want the kids to get the proper nutrition. They have to meet certain specifications, government guidelines, but again, if it doesn't please their palates, then we're not doing our job.
Well, that's got to really be tricky to, number one, you have nutritional guidelines that you want to meet, but at the same time balance that against the tastes that the kids have. I say kids, you serve lunches from elementary school age all the way through high school age here in Citrus County. That takes a lot of hours of research, I'll bet. Right, Kelly?
Well, absolutely, and one of the things is that's why we test, because not all students at every level are going to like the same items. So if something's not liked at the elementary level, then they don't get it, you know? So we try to take different products and go out and do the testing so that the students are getting what they want. There's always, you know, tried and true that you know that some of the kids are going to like, but we definitely try to make our menus have a good variety. And we try to appeal to everybody in that instead of having one entree, we have a minimum of 3 entrees. At the high school, we have up to 8 entrees in a day. And we have vegetarian entrees every day. And we have fresh fruits and vegetables. And so we really try to accommodate the variety of palates that are out there. And the interesting thing is, from one side of the county to the other, there's differences in palates.
No kidding.
So sometimes the students on, let's say, the Crystal River side don't like the same things that the Inverness side does, or they're not the favorites. So you make your menus and you try to balance the favorites and the mediums, you know, so that way everybody is pleased. But when you're trying to plan meals for over 15,000 a day, it gets a little tricky, but it's fun.
I want to make sure that the folks out there caught that number. 15,000 students every day that you're preparing meals for.
Absolutely.
What a fantastic job. And I know, talking with you beforehand, that you have fun doing it. At the same time, you know that you're accomplishing a great thing with these kids.
Absolutely. We want to make it a pleasant dining experience for our students. So we take a lot of pride in making sure what we call dining halls or your cafetoriums are decorated very nicely with a lot of appeal, a lot of student pride with it. So we have certain qualifications or specifications that we're looking for when we go ahead and outfit a high school cafeteria or a middle school cafeteria or even an elementary school cafeteria.
One of the things that I want to make sure that I cover today while I have you here is the fact that over the summer months, while these kids are out of school, they still have an opportunity to benefit from school breakfast and lunches, correct? Is it a new program, or has this been around for a while?
This program actually started, I believe, back in
1968.
68?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And what it consists of is there's certain sites, and we have 4 open sites in the county this summer, which are at every corner of the county. So we have Citrus Springs Elementary, Crystal River Middle, Lecanto Middle School, and Pleasant Grove Elementary. and they're open from 8 to 8:30 in the morning for breakfast and 11 to noon for lunch. And the only qualification you have to receive a meal is to be 18 years old or younger. There's no check-ins, there's no IDs, there's nothing. You walk in and you get served a meal, but you must eat the meal on site. And we're proud to say that our meals, with the exception of Fridays, our meals are all hot meals served to the kids. You know, some summer feeding programs, it's, you know, cold lunch, like bag lunches, and we
Right.
serve hot lunches to our students, or they don't have to even be students. We serve hot lunch to any child 18 or younger that comes in. Now, if the parents want to join, the parents can come if they have, you know, a group of children, or, you know, they're taking the neighbor's kids or what have you. They can all come for lunch too, but the adults do have to pay, and it's nominal.
Yeah, it's a nominal fee of $2.25.
Wow. Now, where else can you eat for $2.25?
really.
You can't even eat at McDonald's for that nowadays. That used to be the big thing. Well, you can eat real inexpensively at McDonald's, but nobody can beat the price that you offer. Now, some folks in the audience may think that, well, the Citrus County school system pays for all these services, but actually, the Citrus County school system and the lunchroom services, if I can call it that, of the county are under two different funding sources, right?
Yes, sir. We're a federal-run program through USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. So our school nutrition program is funded that way. We do receive a little bit of state funding for it, but majority of our funds come from the federal government. So we receive no funding from the local school system, which means that's the funding that pays for our teachers and keeping up with the school buildings and so forth.
And supplies and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. So again, we're a self-funded, self-operated program, although we are employees of the Citrus County School District.
There we go. I want to ask you a few more questions about nutrition and what goes into the thought process of these meals, but we need to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us for more.